Hey y'all, Mama Snark here, coming live to you from Walt Disney World. We are staying here at Pop Center Resort. It is myself and my 5-year-old son, Man Cub. And I wanted to do, I wasn't planning on doing a review of the stroller, but now I think I have to after using it for the last couple of days in the parks. So I'm gonna do a review on my new big kid stroller. This is the new Bob Wayfinder. It is a Bob single stroller. As you can see, it is a jogging stroller. We do have a double Bob at home, and I'll link down below for you my best double stroller for Disney World video. I've done a review of that one as well as some other ones. So now I'm focusing on this one. Okay. So a little bit of backstory. In previous trips, up until my last trip I did last month with my daughter Weezer, who was 4, my go-to stroller has been the Jules Air. It is a compact stroller, folds like super small with a carry strap, and it has been a godsend for single trips. We are a family of 4, Mama, Dada, Man Cub is 5, Weezer is 4, but we only do like a big family trip once a year maybe, every now and then other than that, I alternate which kid I bring with me on special little solo trips. So from this point in the past, the Jules Air has been my go-to compact stroller for one kid, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you have a kid that is, I would say age 4 and under, caveat if you have a normal size 4-year-old. My daughter is huge and has maxed it out now. But if you have a normal size daughter or child who is 4 and under, and you're just bringing a single kid with you, get the Jules Air. Thank me later. Like, I would get it as soon as you can and then like age up with it. But that is my go-to compact stroller, and I can't recommend it enough. But on my last trip that I did with Weezer, and I'll insert a little picture of her fast asleep after the Halloween party in it. My last trip I did with her, I was kind of struggling to push it. It still pushed really well, like forward, but I couldn't turn it one-handed for sure. And I was struggling to turn it at all. So like if I had to do any kind of like queue like this, like at the airport security or the carols for the trick-or-treating at the Halloween party, I basically had to pick it up on its back wheels and then turn it to maneuver it around, just because she is so heavy now. She's about 46 pounds. So knowing a month later I was coming with him solo by myself, and he's a little bit lighter than she is. He's about 43 pounds. He's 5. They're 18 months apart. My daughter is about 42 and a half, 43 inches. He's about 45 inches. So they pretty much both hit the maximum weight limit and height limit for the compact stroller for the Jules Air. So I needed something that I was going to be able to push easier, and came across the Bob Wayfinder for a good deal on Amazon. And because I have the Bob double stroller, I know it's a good stroller. I know the quality is excellent. And I'm also a runner when my foot's not messed up from surgery. So like in the future, if I wanted to use it to run with one of my kids, that's an option too. So knowing I was coming with him by myself, hubby was like, just do it. Bring the Bob, suck it up on the buses, because that was my like, I don't want to deal with this thing on the bus. So I went ahead and switched us to Pop Center Resort, so I had the Skyliner for 2 parks, even though it ended up raining on Hollywood Studios night and I had to use a bus anyway. But even so, like I'll say even struggling on the bus with it, I still recommend this thing. If you have a kid that is age like 4 to 5 and up, so like if you're bringing an 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, and you know you need a stroller for them, I'm telling you, I can't recommend this enough. So I know a lot of people rave about the City Mini GT, and I've heard really good things about it. They both have a 65-pound weight limit, but I haven't used it myself, so I can't attest to that. But I'm telling you, cannot rave about this enough. So I'll say again, a lot of people ask in my Disney groups that I'm in on like social media, well, my kid's 6 and doesn't use a stroller at home. Do I really need one for Disney? Or like I have an 8-year-old, but I don't think they're going to make it all day. Like, are people going to look at me funny if I have a stroller? I'm here to tell you, bring a stroller. Because even my wild child, Weezer, who was 4, like, girl is on 10 from the second her eyes open until they close at night. No naps in between. she needs a stroller at Disney World. He did pretty well today. Like, I'd park it in a land and we'd walk around a whole land and then go back to it. But I'm telling you, there's no way he's going to make it a whole day without a stroller. Like, bring the stroller. So, that being said, let's dive into the features of the stroller and why I am now obsessed with it. So I'm going to put the camera here for a second and just show you how easily this thing maneuvers. Because I was worried about turn radius. So if I'm in stroller parking with it and I need to get it out of stroller parking, I can literally, like, let's say I'm in stroller parking, I can literally back up a smidge, turn it all the way, and get out. So turn radius is excellent. Like, excellent. I was also able to push it one-handed while having a beverage or a snack in this hand and guide it through crowds with my 45-pound, he's 43-pound son in it, and the basket full at the bottom. So I was able to move this through the crowds with a kid in it, one-handed, no problem. Speaks volumes. So the handlebars right here on either side, if you push the button, are fully adjustable to go lower, or can even go as high as this, which is kind of insane. But my 6'3" husband loves that detail because he struggles to find things that are built for like taller people. And I saw a lot of dads struggling in the park pushing strollers like this, kind of crouched over. So yeah, this is about the perfect height for me. So don't, lag on the adjustable handlebar. That's a big deal. These are just some identifiers that I put on it so I can find it in stroller parking. And then I have my GoPro mount hooked to it as well. I like to do some time-lapse videos through the park. Has the handbrake. You don't have to worry about that if you're not jogging with it. And then I also have my little hook. It's just a stroller hook, basic like Velcro to it. I like this one because it stays in place and doesn't like move around like the carabiner hooks. So when we're in the parks, I hook my popcorn bucket to it. Let's see. Okay, so we're in the parks. I have my popcorn bucket hooked onto this. And then I have Man Cub's water bottle in this. Oh, also another feature. This stroller came with a cup holder that hooks to like the little, see if I can get it off. Oh, I cannot. Anyway, it's one of those like just little pegs right here, but it comes with a cup holder that clicks into the peg. That's a huge deal because most bobs do not come with any kind of like parent console. That's a separate thing that like attaches in the middle here. And I hate those because they get in the way when you're folding it for buses and it drives me nuts. So Man Cub's water bottle has been going here. And then the big feature everyone wants to know about, the under storage. So that's my park bag. It's a Vera Bradley, I think like compact backpack. Vera Bradley small backpack, same size. So water bottle in it. It fits all the way inside with room to spare. There is a little pocket here that I put my sunglasses in while we're at the park so that like when I'm taking it off for a ride, we're going on Big Thunder Mountain, I know my glasses are gonna fall off. I just tuck them in this little pocket here so it's easy to reach whenever I leave. Another thing I love about this stroller, so a lot of people worry about items getting taken at the Disney parks when you park your stroller. Knock on wood, well, this is fake wood. Never had a problem with theft at Disney, but I have heard of it happening. So it has a zipper. So when you park your stroller and you're going on a ride, zip it up. People are gonna have to work harder for it. They're probably gonna leave it alone. In my experience anyway. Just life in general, honestly. And then it also rolls up. So like if you want quick access to it, it rolls up and Velcros, which I recommend doing this when you're going through park security in the morning, is having that Velcroed up. That way they can easily see the inside of your stroller carriage. To go on through security, you're gonna have to take everything out of it. Pro tip, he told me at one of the parks, a security guy, leave your umbrella in there because that's a trigger for the metal detector, and leave like basically any kind of trigger like the battery bank, power bank, or your umbrella in it, where if like that's the only item in the bottom of the stroller, they can see it, you don't have to take it out. So pro tip from security. But yes, I love this feature. Also, if there's rain in the area, when I had my rain cover on and I rolled this down and zipped this up, the bottom of the buggy didn't get that wet. So, like even in torrential downpour. So that's another great feature there. Those wondering, for kids that do nap still, it does have a recline, which is you push this and squeeze and pull. So it does have a recline. It's not a full like 90 or a full flat recline, but it is a decent, your kid can nap in it. I don't know if you can see the angle. Let me turn it. So that is the lay down angle. And then to pull it back up, let's see. In order to pull the seat back up, you just get these two rings and give them a hard pull. And it puts it back in the seated position. So not a complicated system there. Yeah, so decent recline if your kid still needs to nap. Other features that I love about it is this front area here. You lift this up and you can reach into the storage basket from the front. So like if you need to have a baby carrier with you, I still use a preschool kinder pack carrier with my daughter Weezer. She's 4. I know she's gonna pass out at the end of the night and we're staying late. I will wear her before the buses come so that I can fold the stroller and still have hands to carry the stroller and not a stroller and a sleeping child. Or if you want to put like your cooler here for like your snacks and stuff to have like an easy reach, and then your backpack in the back. It's an option there. I like that when this is driving, like when you're pushing it, that front wheel, that front wheel is tucked under. So like when you're navigating it in the parks, that wheel goes underneath it and it's not sticking out in the front for you to run over people with, because I got run over by a double stroller tire today. All right, sunshade. It has a decent sunshade, which is UPF rated. I love this Peekaboo window. It's ventilated for the hot months, and I can also see my kid. So I'll insert a little video clip here of him turning around. When the kid's in the stroller and they're trying to talk to you, I can't hear them if they're not facing me. So my kid's able to turn around and put his face towards this mesh window so that I can see him and actually hear what he's saying. And then also you can, peek in and see your kid. But it rolls up here and it just hooks with a little like bungee cord situation, and then you can unroll it and Velcro it back if you don't want it, or it's like a cool winter month and you live in a cold place, or we have wind chill here in Florida occasionally, you can close that up. It also has another little pop out, so it has extra coverage. So not bad sunshade. He hasn't had a problem with sun coverage, and my son is very, very pale. Straps are adjustable in many different slots to the highest setting because, like I said, our kids are tall and have maxed out the other stroller. And then buckles are all fully adjustable here, and clips and a 5-point clip, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, we don't even use the buckles. Our kids just get in and out. But if you have an eloper, like if you have an autistic kid, I've seen a lot in some of the groups I'm in that people have used the Bob strollers instead of trying to get their wagons approved, because if you have disability pass or you have a kid that has special needs, it's not a guarantee your wagon's going to get approved at Disney, and they're not allowed otherwise to be used as a wheelchair. It's going to be up to the discretion of the cast member. So I've seen a lot of people say that they actually have been bringing the single Bobs as their wheelchair and getting it tagged for a wheelchair, and it's been great. So another option, if you have a kid with special needs that's bigger and too big for a regular stroller, you still do have the harness option to strap them in. It also has here on either side a little side pocket, a little mesh pocket. I'm gonna say it's not really big enough to put much in there. My kid has been putting his sunglasses in it during the day. So like when we don't have them in there until you get to the park, because when you fold it, sometimes they stay, sometimes they fall out if you have something in the pockets. So when we get to the park, he puts his sunglasses in that pocket, and when we get back to the stroller after a ride, he has a little pocket he can grab it. He's also put like his little toy dinosaur today that he got at Animal Kingdom in here and had that with easy access. Or I put this is a coffee cup from the hotel room, one of those little disposable coffee cups with the cute little Mickeys embossed. I use this as a popcorn cup, so like whenever we get popcorn in here, I'll pour his share in a cup and I'll keep that there and eat out of that while I'm pushing. He has a cup full here, so like whenever we get out to go to a ride, he has stuffed that cup in the cup holder there, so he has it when he gets back. So I think that pretty much covers all of my like Disney needs. Again, it pushing on a dime is like the thing that I'm impressed with. Also, the other thing I was worried about was the airport situation. So I usually fly Spirit Airlines with a personal item only. So that's 2 personal items because it's myself and a child on a solo trip. So I have a backpack and a like tote bag that has the crossbody sling. When I travel with the Jules Air, I cannot fit the crossbody tote bag in the under basket, like underneath, because it's compact stroller, like the under storage is very small. And then I'm also too scared to put the crossbody bag on here, like the handles, because the Jules Air, the way it folds because of its compact nature, I didn't want to break that mechanism. So I'm basically walking through the airport, pushing a stroller, wearing a crossbody bag and a backpack, like full of stuff. This thing, worth its weight in gold to me, because I'll insert a picture here. My tote bag fits in the bottom under storage when I'm walking through the airport. And I'll also link that bag down below for you, but it should be like any Spirit airline approved like personal item size, like rectangular tote bag. So the fact that I can walk through the airport only wearing a backpack, pushing this stroller, and having that tote bag underneath there, worth its weight in gold. Again. And I will also add, as a bonus for you, my favorite rain cover. I'm so glad I got it. So I didn't know if it was gonna fit. I didn't want to order the Bob rain cover like I have for the double stroller, because like the Jules Air rain cover that I wasn't thrilled with, it only covers this part and that's it. So all of the sides and all of the back end are just exposed to the elements, and anything in the basket gets wet. The whole basket was soaking wet on my Jules my last trip. So I got a couple of different ones to try before we left, and this is the winner. So this is a Phil and Ted rain cover. It came with a storage bag, which I was not expecting and pleasantly surprised by. It closes with the little like cable close there. Rain cover fits inside, and it has the straps to hook to the side of the stroller. So like those side sling bags do for the stroller, but that's just the rain cover. So I don't have to have it hanging out in the bottom of the stroller taking up space. And I'm gonna insert a clip here for you on the features of the rain cover and how it works. So it goes all the way over the top, and then this part goes down here, and it has this little like bungee loop that hooks through here on the underside of the stroller to keep it down. So yeah, so it's hooked under the wheel. Pop it back into shape so it holds its shape. Put your legs down, Bubba. Can you put your sunglasses in the sunglass pocket of the stroller? All right. We're gonna go around this way, Bubba. So, get out of people's way. It goes all the way around. One of my favorite things is it has a zipper here. So when we go to a ride, actually pop that part in. I can unzip it, pull him out here, and then when we come back and re-zip it, and then when we come back, I do the same thing. I just unzip that part and pull him out. Actually, I'm gonna leave it a little bit unzipped so you can get some ventilation. But yeah, and then this part goes all the way down the back and velcros along the seams here to actually keep it in place on the back end of the stroller. And then this is the part that if you had a extra fill-in, like if you actually had a fill-in tent and you had the second seat, would go through here. But yeah, fully encompassed stroller in the rain. So that pretty much covers my whole Disney experience with the stroller. I cannot recommend this thing enough if you have a bigger kid. And let me show you. Let's see, come see Bubba. Come sit in your stroller. Come sit in it. I'll have my little model that's giggling in the background here. So he can get in and out of it very easily. Like I said, he's about 43 pounds and he's about 45 inches, give or take, like a half inch. Can you put your booty butt all the way back? So as you can see, let me back it up a little bit. Oh yeah, also has a great brake system, very easy. I was able to do it with sandals, with like the under edge of the sandal with my toe. But yeah, great brake system. I will also say the tires, they are bike tires that require air. Make sure you air this thing up the day before your trip. In my personal experience with my double stroller at home, the Bob tires lose air very quickly, and it's gonna have a much better push the more aired up it is. So make sure it's aired up to proper specs, which I think it's down here. I don't know what those mean though. It'll be in the manual. All right, come sit, Bubba. Like I said, 45 inches, 45 and a half inches, all the way back. All right, sit. So his head is technically a little bit like too big for it, but with the sunshade, he has been perfectly comfortable in there this whole trip, just hanging out. And then his feet fit perfectly. Sit normal, please. His feet fit perfectly in this little space, and he's also been sitting kind of like with his knees just like that. Has this been comfortable for your trip? You like this stroller? Is it better than the small stroller? Yeah, so he has been a lot more comfortable, and for that alone, I'm glad that I went ahead and brought the bigger stroller. So I'm gonna insert some footage here for you on what I do with it on buses. Not gonna work for like park closing time or after fireworks or anything like that if you potentially just have to stand in the middle of an aisle with it. But my favorite spots are by the doors to sit and then sit and hold the stroller, or like where the wheelchair seats like fold up to hold it there and sit in the seat next to it. Or like today after Animal Kingdom, I just sat and held it like I was sitting here, my son was sitting here. I held it in front of him because he doesn't need that much leg space, and he just sits and puts his feet in it. So it really hasn't been as bad as I was worried about. And I will show you how it folds now. Actually, I'm gonna need to show you like this. All right, so folding it up is actually pretty simple. Two things. You wanna make sure this handle, well, actually another thing, make sure there's nothing in it. So take that out, take this off, because this part is gonna be on the floor when you fold it, not up. So have nothing on it, have everything ready to go. I have a backpack strap, like button thing to hook the popcorn bucket to my backpack with my water bottle in it. He carries his, so I've got that on my back. He walks, and then I fold this up. So it has Velcro here. There's a little lever, and all you do is pull this and then pull up, and it folds. And it has a latch on the side that you've got to squeeze to make sure that latches, but I'm going to show you that again, and I'll also show you how it unfolds, which is easier than I was expecting as well. So to unfold it, you just make sure you unlatch it on the side, and once you unlatch it on the side, take the handle, pull. and then push the seat down. So it's not that bad. I can't do it one-handed, so like if I'm getting off the bus and my kid fell asleep and I'm holding a sleeping child and carrying this massive stroller, I'm not gonna be able to unfold it one-handed. That's a caveat. But to hold it, all I do, have the backpack on, he's out walking, bus rolls up, pull it, it's latched. He walks either in front of me or behind me, and I carry this, one hand on the handle, one hand here, bring it on the bus, put it down. As long as you folded that handle down, it will stand up by itself. Now, if the bus driver's driving all crazy and cattywampus, you are gonna have to hold on to it for sure. Waiting for the bus. Got this beast folded. The rain cover for the Phil and Ted is holding my popcorn bucket and his water bottle. And just folded the rain cover back, and I'll put it back on when we get off. So yeah, Skyliner's down, waiting on a bus. And yes, it does roll right into the Skyliner without having to break it down. That was one of my big questions when I decided to take this giant tank. All right, that is it for my Get the Bob Wayfinder Stroller if you have a bigger kid and you're looking for a new stroller for Disney spiel. Again, I wasn't planning on doing a review on it, but after using it, I can't recommend that thing enough. So it's worth checking out. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you give this video a like and a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel, follow along for more Disney and traveling with little ones hacks. Bye guys.